project and fuse it together with the main project at the end. That's why many of the basic graphics and sound effects are duplicated in the game files. I created the boss with placeholder graphics, then created a method to have the graphics replaced at runtime by replacing external image files. That way, Everdreed could play the battle, replace the graphics, then immediately see the result in-game for himself. Random note about the sound effects in this game, many of them are using a weird low-quality version of the WAV file format. Not only did I think it was fun to try to have the game have a small file size, but the compression and distortion provided by the low quality kind of added some character to many sound effects. For the aesthetic of my games, I don't necessarily think having something sound clean is always the best.
Sometimes a little dirty is good.
Ijum.
I remember, so having the files for Flowey, when I got them, the only experience that I had with Undertale was the demo, which is why I got in contact and I wanted to do something for you. And then the placeholder graphics. As far as I was aware, that was the entire game, the ruins and Flowey. So what I thought this game was ultimately going to be, with just those two elements, very different from the experience that you ended up with, Toby. I remember being blown away, because when you only see those two things, it's like, this is a very, I probably didn't do a very good job. The Ruins is really good, there's a lot of but when I actually played the final version of the game, and I saw this in relation to everything else, I just couldn't stop laughing. I was cackling in a darkened room late at night, playing through it, and just realizing what exactly you had pulled off for placement, for all the build-up. You set the pins, and I helped knock them down. And there's something, being the punchline, you just can't beat it.
Candlepin Poloy. Yum. The music for Omega Flowey, the main melody is from a preset someone made called Freak Choir. It's such a ridiculous and dissonant sounding synth that I wouldn't be surprised if no one has ever used it in a song before me. That's the thing about synth presets, is that almost all of them feel like they're completely useless for any sort of normal songs. I like looking through a bunch of random pre-sounds and presets and seeing if there's anything that jumps out at me. Very little is standing between you guys and making a soundtrack like this. Except for the massive time requirement of messing around looking at garbage. Everything takes time. I was very lucky to be able to have time and support. By the way, I was ready to get a different job if this didn't pan out. Like a scientist or something. This game is not a perfectionist game, but I tried to put love into the parts.
Perfect. I remember thinking again, this Flowey, there's a lot of limitations with just the engine, what can be pulled in by you. But at the end of the day, it's not really worth frustrating yourself over trying to do it too good or how you could have done it. You just got to do it and get it out there. And I'm so glad that Flowey was able to get it out there. It's been so nice being here with you, Charlie. I love to see this every time.
You like seeing Flowey get beat up?
Well, not really. But I think he's had his day. It took 10 years. So bittersweet. Thank you so much, Charlie.
CYMBSL. When it shows Undertale logo. That's my mouth noise. That's my mouth noise. That my mouth noise. What a game. I really like at the end of MGS2 where there's an extra call after the credits. Also, there was a lot of inspiration with the meta elements in the battles, especially Omega Flowey just now. So much of the game is about setting expectations and then exceeding them, so it's important to have something more here. Imagine if the game actually ended here, lol. Alt-he different endings you can get. Testing all of this was very mentally draining to say the least. But obviously it was worth it. I didn't test every single permutation, so I'm glad that my programming worked. Phew. I had no testing team when I made this game, I just sent the game to friends and then they got obsessive and played a lot. There he is, HTE1 member.